Hey everyone, welcome back to the Sedona International Film Festival. We're in our 30th year, and I want to thank all of the restaurants, and I do this every year. If I go to name all of you, I'm sure I'll miss somebody, but thank you for showing up and feeding us breakfast, lunch, dinner, parties all week long and treating our filmmakers with such reverie and red carpet goodness. I really appreciate you, and I know we all do. So thank you so much. And once again, I'm Tanya June Moore, and I have another filmmaker in the seat. And y'all, this is incredible, because not only was this filmmaker here in 2018 with another film, he's here in our 30th anniversary with 2 films, and I think you're going to love the story of both of these. So please introduce yourself and let's talk about Save the Cat first.
Great. Hey, I'm Jordan Horowitz. I'm happy to be here. Yeah, I have 2 films. The first one is called Save the Cat. It's a really beautiful story about a group of strangers from around the world who banded together to help reunite a 10-year-old Ukrainian refugee girl with her cat, that was left behind in Ukraine because of the war.
And we have a little teaser for this one. So, y'all, this is a heartfelt good one. Let's watch the teaser.
Мы жили в Украине, у нас все было хорошо, и тут в один миг, просто в одну секунду, с одним взрывом, все моментально остановилось, все изменилось, будущее, планы на будущее.
During this time, we were trying to find a job for my husband in Romania. We were trying to continue doing this business, like wallpapering, wall covering, and we figured out that there was no opportunity to do this business in Romania. I was like looking all through internet, talking to my friends, talking to other people to find a way what to do, because I realized that it will take much longer time to resolve this problem in Ukraine. And that's why we decided to move forward and to look for this kind of business in other countries. One person from San Francisco, he responded.
Welcome back. So, a feel-good story from all the chaos that is happening in the Ukraine. How did this story come to you?
I read about the story in a feel-good website. Actually, I like to peruse these, good news network type sites just to kind of cheer me up and make me feel good. And as a filmmaker, I'm really drawn to uplifting, positive stories, especially when it comes to documentaries. And actually, many of my films have come from these similar websites like this. And I just read about their story, and I was very moved by it. And so I reached out, and I was like, hey, I love your story. I think we can do more with it. I'd like to make a documentary. Can I come film you? And they said yes. So.
Man, we hear so much negativity around social media. And I mean, I get it, right? But this really shows the power of what social media and connection, global connection, can do. And man, what they went through to get here. And I mean, did you think that, I mean, you already knew the ending, but did they think that the cat was actually going to make it? Like, was this?
There's many points along the journey, many hiccups and things that were going wrong. And if you see the film, you'll see it's got a very Ocean's 11. I describe it as a heist documentary.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because there's so many different things that had to come together perfectly, and at times seemed like pieces that would not fall into place. And yeah, it just miraculously worked out. And, it really does show the power of social media, for one, and also what inspired me the most about this film is the fact that it's a group of strangers, mostly strangers, who from all over the world, who didn't know each other, and they just wanted to help this girl get reunited with a cat that meant so much to her. They just wanted to do one positive thing for this girl who was going through so much torment. Her whole life was uprooted. She had to flee Ukraine in the middle of the night because her neighborhood was getting bombed. And obviously there's a lot of trauma there, and it shows the power of positivity. And also, my favorite moment in the film is one of the characters has a great laugh where he talks about how social media is this huge waste of time, but this one positive thing came from it, and it really does say a lot. It is a powerful tool when used
when
correctly.
used like,
Yeah.
in a positive way.
In a positive way.
And
yeah.
I have to say, I love that you pick up on positive news. Like, it's about time that we start changing that narrative, in my opinion. So you screened this one last night.
We did.
Any good questions from our audiences?
It was an interesting Q&A. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, it was definitely the most interesting Q&A I've ever had. But yeah, there's just great questions about what made people want to get involved in this story, what made people want to like help this family and this girl out, and I think it was just a really positive overall experience. I think positive stories, really, especially in the time that we live in, when there's just so much hardships going on. There's so much
Yes.
craziness,
Chaos.
and then there's just chaos, and there's just so much personal hardships people are dealing with. You never know what people are dealing with on a day-to-day basis. And I feel like, if I sent this to a friend of mine in Connecticut who had reached out to me after many years. She's going through a personal hardship with her family, and I was like, hey, can I send you this film I made? It might cheer you up. And she said, thank you for restoring my faith in humanity.
Yes.
So,
And this is very much one of those films that makes you go, humans, there are more good humans than not. Okay, and we're going to move on to your second film because it hasn't screened yet.
It is not. It's tonight at 7 p.m., and then both films will be playing again later in the festival as well.
So, once again, you want to check these out, folks. This one is called Jack and Sam.
Jack and Sam, yes.
And you have a trailer for this one. So
do.
let's watch the trailer so we can all get caught up and talk about this.
They put us in cattle cars. When you get in the cattle car, you don't know where you're going. You don't know what's going to happen to you. I worked with Jack unloading coals from the train.
They come in from Plaszow, pretty close to Krakow.
We were working together day by day.
Every day. We hear that they're going to take to Auschwitz. That was the rumor. And I said to myself, I'm not going to Auschwitz.
Jack ran away.
The Germans would never come in the forest. Somebody told them that there's Jews around here. The event was from the United States Holocaust Museum. I wanted to see, maybe I will see some survivors.
Survivors, they were instrumental of creating this museum.
Instantly, I recognized his face. I couldn't believe it, that I see somebody from my camp, a survivor.
He came over running to me. You're my brother! My brother!
Two Holocaust survivors from the same labor camp and the emotional chance reunion.
One of them recognized the other, and an old, heartwarming friendship was reignited.
We have to tell the story of what was going on in the world. If not, it's going to be forgotten, and that's why we survive to tell the story.
Welcome back, everyone. Another uplifting. I'm already emotional, but this feels like it's another positive film from you.
Yeah, it's a positive film born out of something, again, very, very horrific.
Yes. Well, you're showing humanity again, and that's beautiful. And those executive producers, I'm not sure that anybody picked up on that. Can you say their names?
Yeah, we're very fortunate. Juliana Margulies and Sarah Silverman saw the film, and they really loved it, and it resonated with them personally. So they both came on board as executive producers, and they've been great. They've been very instrumental in helping us get the film out to the public. So it's been fantastic.
Amazing, truly amazing, and what an incredible story. It's a short film.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts about turning this into a full-length doc?
It's funny that you say that. A lot of people have asked me that, and we've screened this film. This has had an incredible run at festivals and private events, and inevitably at every event somebody comes up to me and asks me that. And I will say this. there is a lot more story that both of these people have gone through that is not in the film. We have hours and hours of interviews with them that we did, and I mean, I'll give you an example. I knew that I wanted to animate Jack's escape from the camp, so I was having him take me through it in real time, beat by beat, and we were doing this, and he's giving me all these details, and then somewhere along the way, like 20 minutes into it, something didn't sound like the camp he was at. I'm like, but Jack, this doesn't sound like what we're talking about. I'm confused. And he thought for a second. He goes, oh no, that was the first camp I escaped from. So there's just so, and then after the they got freed, Sam signed up for the army and went off and fought in the war and got shot. And I mean, there's so much story that you can't possibly tell in a short film. And I am actually writing a screenplay about it, a narrative screenplay, just because I found a way to make it very relevant to what's happening today in the country and in the world. And I think there's an important message there, too, about the cyclical nature of anti-Semitism.
Yes.
But we'll see. But there is definitely, if I wanted to, I could definitely make a much longer project out of it.
I think with you getting so many people that you just said, everybody's asking, that is a really good indicator that this would be something that people would watch. And it's an incredible human story.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And they're incredible. You know, unfortunately, I will say Sam passed away several months ago at the ripe age of 99. And
99, I love it.
we were so fortunate that we were able to do a screening with both of them in Florida with 400 people. And, you know, it was getting close to that time in Sam's life, but he was really rallying. And it was just so amazing to have them both there. You could tell they were both so happy that their legacy will continue on. Jack says this is one of the most important things of his life, that this film is out there now. And he's 99 now, and he's still doing great. And I talk to him all the time. He FaceTimes me.
I love it.
It's just the cutest thing ever. So they're incredible human beings, and I'm so fortunate that I was able to spend so much time with them, and that we have this film together.
So where can people keep up? First of all, website, social media. You're going to have people asking. These are both incredible, good, positive stories.
Yeah.
Where can they keep up with you?
I am constantly posting stuff about my films. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. My handle is @JordansFilms, all one word.
Okay.
And my website is jordansfilms.com.
I love it.
So it's very
Keep it simple.
Yeah,
Keep it simple. Y'all, they're going to screen again. And I ask that you please go see them both, because if you want your faith restored in humanity, and you want to feel like, yeah, you were part of something and you watched something, these are the ones to go see. As with all of our films, they're amazing for their own reasons. Man, thank you for bringing some love and some gorgeousness to filmmaking and telling really, really great personal stories. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate having me.
Once again, our hashtag this year is SIF30. We're in our 30th year. And I'm Tanya June Moore. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few minutes with another filmmaker.